William Galbraith Rollo Stuart Bruce, greatest author of my generation, GAOMG. I've proven that I am the first and only direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. All my Y DNA proves it. I come from FGC 78762. That's the Bruce from Robert the Bruce family's footprint. So through that footprint, the Clackmannan line comes out. Those are the cousins from Robert the Bruce. I am directly descended from Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And I posted all my Y-DNA. You can confirm it on the University of Strathclyde on their website with my William Stewart of Fennock that I have from all the intermarriages of Stuart and Bruce from Normandy through Scotland, all in me, interwoven to today. So all of that's there, and I just want, I've been doing this for 20 years, and writing my books back then, dude, look at me. I was out there writing my books, doing book signings, and nobody knew where I was gonna take my trilogies. Only I knew that there's something bigger. There's something pushing me to write my trilogies. That dude, some of the editing is rough in them and stuff like that. I had to pay for all the own editing. I don't care, dude. I like that, raw and everything, punk music and stuff like that I enjoy. I like the raw, aspects of telling my story, on the streets. All my YouTube clips for 20 years, they're grainy with 6 megapixels to what they are today, 4K. But and all the shit that happens while I'm promoting my books or talking, stuff falls down. However I look, I don't care. I love the story to just be told from me directly, just right there, one take, and telling the story. So this book I actually got on eBay, and it's to Jane. It's me writing this back in 2006, my first book signing. Hope you enjoy my book. You are the owner of the first signed copy. Look at that, dude. 2006. Right? And I had media coverage. Again, greatest author of my generation. I was using all 21st century technology to print my books, to sell them on Amazon, to promote them. Everything that no author in the 20th century could have done. But even this person, they gave up on me, man. They put their book on eBay, and this is a book that I bought. I bought my book on eBay and got my very first book signing that I did, December 7th, 2006. And I love that. I love that I got my book back. And it all ties into, my trilogies and finding out that I'm, the only and first direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And it goes directly, from the FGC 78762 to him directly, FT 34517 from the king. And then interwoven, again, I have the Stuarts of Butte, William Stewart of Fennock, Y-DNA, and everybody can confirm that, on the University of Strathclyde's website. But I've been doing this for 20 years, and now it's inevitable. You can't be the first and only person in the world that's directly descended from Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, and there's not going to be some type of interest. When I'm in Iceland at the Blue Lagoon and that gets 1 million views, I'm going to be posting, hey, Rollo was here, and Rollo is where I'm descended from through Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And that's going to be all over the place, and it's inevitable. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a genealogist that's going to help validate me, or media. Everybody can contact me at Authors Guild and contact me, that way. Any real media and any real genealogist that wants to help me, validate it all. Other than that, though, nobody contact me. Anybody that knew me as Michener, that's dead. That's not who I am. I know who I am now. I'm the first and only direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots. And if you know Robert the Bruce character, my character. I'm a warrior, a fighter, and I don't quit. This person quit on me back in 2006, and they didn't know. I'm connecting the trilogy with my whole story. Now I know who I am. You know, that I wrote about William the Wolfhound Michener. He's no Michener. He knew he wasn't a Michener. Knew he's not a best, but he is, now we know, the Bruce. So that's my story. And anybody that's like starting out, you know, just like keep focused on what you love, what you're creating, what your art is. Anything online, dude, don't engage in anybody or read anything. Those are all idiots. They're not doing anything with their lives. Anybody that's poor, they don't take the time at the library to go on somebody's like anything, comment. And people that are actually creating, they're not going to take time either to troll and do all that shit. So, I mean, only people I'll respond to are real media that want to cover the story, and, you know, genealogists that want to help me validate the first and only known direct descendant of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, and alive today in the 21st century. That's an amazing story. And everybody else that's like creating online on, you know, like any channels, just keep focused on your creation and what you love to do. Don't ever get sidelined with the garbage online. That's insignificant. They don't help you do anything. People just want to like they don't want you to succeed, because then they feel like a total loser because they haven't done anything with their lives and they're never going to. So they want to hate, you know, on whoever. But anyway, all the creators out there, just keep creating, keep doing what you're going to do. And, you know, sooner or later, things will work out with what you're doing. If you stick to it and, you know, that's what you're really about, it will really show, you know. And I'm really descendant of Robert Bruce, King of Scots. And, you know, I'm a warrior as well. And there's no quitting me. You know, I'm fighting till the whole world knows this story. Cheers.